Hello everyone, today we'll be going through Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058041 May June 2022. Let us move to the question number 1. And question number 1, A part says the list shows 15 midday temperatures in degrees Celsius in Suntown. So these are the numbers. Complete the stem and leaf diagram to show this information. So 1, 7, 17 is shown, and we have to show the rest of the values. So we can write, this is one more 17, so we will write here 7. Then we can have 18 and 18, so 8 and 8. Then we have 19 and 19, so 9 and 9. This is done. Now for the 20s we can check 21, 21, 21. So there are 321 and fourth one also, so 1, 1, 1, 1. Now there is 22 as well, so this will be 2, and there is 23, 23, so 2 times 3, and there is 24 as well, so this will be 4, and 25 as well, so this will be 5. So this stem and leaf diagram is complete, the key is provided, and this was 2 mark question which is done. Now second part, find the median. For the median, we will be checking the middle value, and total values are 15, so middle will be the 7th one. So 7th value will be 2, 4, 6 and 7, so this will be the 7th value, which in combination with 2 will read as 21. So 21 degrees Celsius will be the median. Now find the upper quartile. Upper quartile will be the middle of the upper value, which is basically 1, 2. We are counting these values basically, so it will be 1, 2, 3 on this side, and 3 from the other side, if we will count. So, or what we can do, there are 15 values, so 7 is gone, these are the remaining values, so middle of these remaining values we need to check. That will be upper quartile, and upper quartile will be 23. We can write here 23 as upper quartile. Now Rahul draws a pie chart to show this information. Calculate the sector angle for the number of days the temperature is 18. So 18 is 2 times, so this is fourth part which we are going through, and this will be we are having 15 midday temperatures, so it will be 18 and 18. So Rahul's pie chart, so basically this will be 18 or 2 out of 15, so 2 out of 15 and multiply by 100, basically sector angle, so this will be 360, and this will be equal to, if we check with the help of calculator, this will be 2 divided by 15, and this will be multiplied by 360 will be equal to 48. So 48 degrees will be our answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for B part, box and whisker plot is provided, and the box and whisker plot shows information about the masses in grams of some apples. Find the median. Median will be the this line which is represented over here, and if we check this line, this is the median line, this one line is basically the median line, and if we check, this is 100 and this is 150, so we can take this one as 110 and this will be 120, so 120 will be the median, which we can write over here, and this was 1 mark question. Then range will be the maximum minus minimum. So maximum minus minimum we will have to take, and the max minimum value is this one, and the maximum value is this one. So in between these, this one is 40 and this is 170. So these two values we need to subtract. So 140. Now we are going for the range, and this is 170 minus 40. This will be equal to 130. So 130 grams, this will be our range. Now they are saying find the interquartile range. Interquartile range for box and whisker plot, we can check. That will be the median, basically the difference between the lower quartile and upper quartile. So this one is lower quartile and this one is upper quartile. So these values we can check from here. This is 80 and this one will be 140. So this will be 140, this will be 80. So 140 minus 80, 140 minus 80 will be equal to 60. So our answer will be 60 grams, and this is also for 1 mark. Hopefully you understood this. Now C part says the time T minutes spent on homework in 1 week for each of 200 students is recorded, and the table shows the results. These are the ranges and these are the frequencies, and they're saying calculate the estimate of the mean. So we will be checking for the middle value. Middle of 40 and 60 is 50, and middle of 60 and 80 is 70. Similarly, this will be 85 middle, and this will be 95, and this one will be 125. Now we know that formula for mean is what? Mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So this will be the formula which we will be using, and mean will be equal to, will be multiplying, basically we can take fraction, and it will be 50 multiplied by 6, and second one will be 70 multiplied by 10, plus this will be 85 multiplied by 70, and plus this will be 95 multiplied by 84, and next will be plus 125 multiplied by 30, and whole divided by frequency, sum of frequencies, which is 200. So we'll divide by 200, and now we can calculate. This will be fraction, and it will be 50 multiplied by 6 bracket close, plus this will be 70 multiplied by 10, and length here calculation, be careful. So 85 into 70 bracket close, and plus this will be 95 multiplied by 84 and bracket close, plus next will be 125 into 30 and bracket close, and denominator will be 200, and this is equal to 467 over 5, which decimal 93.4. So we can write it as 93.4. Yes, so 93.4 will be our final answer, and this is for 4 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now the second part says a new table with different class intervals is completed, and these are the class intervals and these are the frequencies. And on a histogram, the height of the bar for 40 to 90 interval is 17.2 centimeters. So if we calculate, we know height of the bar is equal to frequency divided by class width. So in this case, if we apply on this one, this will be 86 divided by 90 minus 40 will be 50. So this will be equal to this will 86 divided by 50 is equal to 1.72 but they are providing us that this interval is height of this histogram is 17.2, so it means that we are taking this one and multiplying it with 10 and we are getting 17.2 centimeter. This is what we'll have to use as a standard, and this is the thing which they have done. So now we will be calculating for the other portion, which is 144. So height from 90 to 150 will be what? This height we can calculate 114 divided by 150 minus 90 will be 60, and whatever answer we will multiply by 10 and we will get this will be 114 divided by 60, and this will be multiplied by 10 and is equal to 19. This will be our final answer, 19 centimeters, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 2, and question number 2 says a part, Alex these share strawberries in the ratio this one, these are the ratios provided. Then Chris receives 12 strawberries. So for the share of the Chris is this 2, and sum of ratios we can write here. Sum of ratios will be equal to 3 plus 2 plus 2, which is equal to 7, and calculate the total number of strawberries shared. So total number we need to calculate. So 2 by 7 is share of the Chris. So 2 by 7, we will say 2 by 7 multiply by x is equal to 12. So we can find x value, which is x will be equal to 12 into 7 over 2, and this will be equal to, we can calculate, this will be 12 into 7, which is 84 basically, and divided by 2 will be equal to 42. So 42 will be our final answer, which we can write over here, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this part. Now B part, in a sale a shop reduces all prices by 12%. Part I, Dina buys a book which has an original price of 6.50. Calculate how much Dina pays for the book. So it's percentage reduction, and you know percentage reduction is what, 100 minus whatever reduction divided by 100. This is what we are doing, and multiply by the original price, and this is 6.50, and this will be equal to, we can calculate, this will be 100 minus 6 minus 12, and this should be basically fraction first. So 100 minus 12 over, this will be again 100, and we can close this bracket and multiply by 6.50, and this will give us 5.72. So 5.72 will be the payment, which how much Dina, so Dina will be paying this much dollars. For the second part, Ilu pays $11 for a tie. Calculate the original price. So this is reverse percentage question. So 88% basically, 12% is reduction. So 88% of something is equal to 11. So x will be equal to 11 over 11, I'll write properly, over 88 percentage, and you can use calculator for this one. So it will be 11 over 88 and percentage symbol, and this will be equal to 12.5. So $12.5 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then Ferry invests some money. The rate of interest for the first year is 2.5% at the end of the second year. So the overall percentage is increased by Ferry's investment is this one. So what we will do, find the rate of interest for the second year. So what we will do, we will start with the flow. So first year, 100 started with, if we start with 100, he will be getting 100 plus 2.5, so 102.5 dollars after one. Then overall will be what? Overall 100 is changing to 6.6, 106.6, so 106.6. And now we can check how much is increase. 106.6 minus this 102.5, and this increase will be 106.6. I'm using calculator so that you will not be confused. This is 2.5, so this is equal to 4.1. So this is 4.1, and second year will be what? Second year will be 4.1 divided by 102.5 and multiply by 100. We need to calculate the percentage, so we can calculate this will be 4.1 over 102.5 and multiply by 100, and this will be 4%. So 4% will be our final answer. Percentage symbol is already there and it's for 2 marks. Now for the D part says a radioactive substance decays at an exponential rate of 2% per year. The initial mass is 80 grams. Find the mass at the end of 5 days. So this is like compound interest or exponential increase. We will use that formula. Amount is equal to principal amount minus 1 over rate over 100. 1 minus rate over 100 raised to the power t. So this will be the formula which we will be using. If we replace values, amount will be equal to principal amount, starting amount is 80 grams, into 1 minus rate is 2%, so it will be 2% over 100, and time duration is 5 days. And now we just type in the calculator and we'll get answer. So 80 and 1 minus 2 over 100 and raised to the power will be 5, and this will give us 72.31. 72.31 will be our final answer. You can give 72.3 or 31, whatever, so it will be 2 mark question. So now second part, find how many more whole days after day 5 it takes for the mass to reduce to less than 67 gram. So now amount is provided, the same formula we will use. Amount is 67, principal is 80, and 1 minus rate is 2 over 100, and this t time we need to calculate. So t will be, we can calculate, this is a first we'll shift 80 to the other side and we'll get 67 over 80 is equal to 1 minus 2 over 100 raised to the power t. And now we can calculate this basically by taking log, or uh, for example, if we take log, so log method will be, we will be taking log on both sides. Log of 67 over 80 will be equal to log of this portion, so par will be taken first, so t log of 1 minus 2 over 100. And now this we can shift to other side, so we can write t is equal to log of 67 over 80 over log of 1 minus 2 over 100. This is log method, and this will be a fraction log of 67 over 80, and bracket will be closed over, this will be log, again log of 1 minus 2 over 100, and bracket close, and this will be equal to 8.77, so 8.78, 8.78. Now this 8.78, 5 5.37 after 5 days. They are saying find how many more whole days after day 5 it takes for the mass to reduce. So after 5, so we can write minus 5, we can, in next step we can write, so after 5 days, 5 days, this will be 8.78 minus 5, this will be equal to 3.78. So approximately we can write as 4 days, so this will be 4 days will be our answer. Now this is basically 3 marks question. Another method to calculate the t value is, you can, hopefully you understand this method, but another method we can try, that will be, if I have to retype, so it will be, I'm just typing this equation, and this is 67 is equal to, we will use this alpha and this button, and then 80 and bracket 1 minus 2 over 100, and bracket close, raised to the power alpha and x value, x we will be typing this x. Now after typing this, we need to find the x value. To find x value, we will say, we write calculate for x is equal to 1, and this will basically it's giving syntax error. 67 is equal to this, basically solve button. If we use shift solve for x is equal to 1 is given, yes. So shift solve button you will have to use for this. Again, if I explain this, this is the number which we have typed. Basically I type again, I'll show you again. 67 is equal to, we will be using alpha and this equal to button, then 80 and bracket, then this will be 1 minus 2 over 100 and bracket close, and this will be raised to the power alpha and x. After typing this one, we will be pressing solve button with the shift. So shift, then this solve, which is written on calculate button. So shift solve, and it is giving us answer 8.77. So if you will be directly writing, like for example from here you can directly write, I'm just changing the color for your other option. So this one you can write 8.777 or approximately equal to 8.78, and then you can write 8.78 minus 5, which will be equal to 3.78, which is approximately equal to 4. So you can show this working, or if you think that this will be insufficient working, then the log process I have already explained you, but 3 marks is for this question. I have given you both methods, whatever you like you can follow. Now question number 3, and the question number 3 says, a part, Geeta buys x apples, x plus 7 oranges and 2x minus 1 bananas. The total number of pieces of fruit Geeta buys is 30. Find the number of apples Geeta buys. So we will form the equation x plus 7 and x also. So x plus 7 plus 2x minus 1. These three categories are adding up to 30 units. So we can open the bracket adding the like terms. So x plus x will be 2x plus 2x. So 4x. So we can write 4x plus this will be 7 minus 1 will be 6. So it will be 6 is equal to 30. So 4x 6 we can shift to other side. So 30 minus 6 will be equal to 24, and we can write 4x is equal to 24. This implies x will be equal to 24 over 4 will be 6. So x is equal to 6. Now find the apple. Apple is x plus 7. Basically apple is x, this one. So our answer will be 6 for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for the second part, the cost of one apple is 15 cents, cost of one orange is 18 cent, and total cost of all fruits is 5.55. Find the cost in cents of one banana. So what we can do, we will multiply 15 cent by this is apple, so we know 6 apples, so 15 multiplied by 6 plus 18, 18 multiply by x plus 7, so 6 plus 7 will be 13, so 18 into 13, and plus we don't know the number of oranges, so it will, oranges are basically 18, so oranges we have added, and banana we don't know, so it will be uh, x into 11 bananas, so it will be this one. So 11, how we got 11? So 2x minus 1 will be resulting to 11. 2x minus 1, if we replace 2 into 6 minus 1, this will be resulting to 11. Hopefully you understood this. Now this is equal to what? This is equal to 555, basically 555 cents. So we multiplied by this 100 by this, and now we will be just simplifying. So 11x will be equal to 555 minus this will be 15 into 6 plus 18 into 13. This will be also minus, and this will be resulting to what? This will be equal to, so this will be 555 minus this will be 15 into 6 and minus 18 into 13, and this will be resulting to 231. So 231, x will be equal to 231 divided by 11. So this divided by 11 will be equal to 21. So 21 cents will be our answer. So initially we have converted this into cents, so finally we are getting answer in cents. Hopefully you understood this. Now b part, we need to solve. This one is fraction. So basically this will be what uh, we can shift minus 1 to other side, so it will be 3w over 16 will be equal to 1 by 2 plus 1. Then we can shift 16 to other side, so 3w will be equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 and multiply by 16, and then 3w we can shift 3 also to other side, so w will be equal to 16 by 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1, and this one we can calculate. This will be 16 over 3 and 1 over 2 and plus 1 bracket close, and this will be equal to 8. So our answer will be 8, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this as well. Now second part, we need to solve this, find the value of y. This part we can compare with this one, these two equations we can compare. So this implies 2 raised to the power minus y is equal to w. So y value we can calculate, we can write this is and if this is our answer will be 8. So we can write this answer as 8. So 2 raised by minus y is equal to 8, which is 2 raised to the power 3. So 2 raised by 3 will be 8. So now we can compare 2 raised by minus y is equal to 2 raised by 3. Bases are same, so we can compare the powers as well. So this implies minus y is equal to 3, or we can write this as y is equal to minus 3. So minus 3 will be our answer for 2 marks. Now for C part, it's a simultaneous equation which we need to solve. These two are the equations, and we can add them together if we add. So adding will be, these two will be cancelled, and we will get 2p plus p will be 3p is equal to 2 minus 1 by 2 will be 3 by 2. So p will be equal to what? P will, this implies P will be equal to 3 by 2 into 3 will go as denominator, and this 3 will cancel, and answer P value will be 1 by 2. Now we need to find Q value, so we will replace in any of the equations. I am replacing in the first one. 2P plus Q is equal to 2, and P is 1 by 2, so this one plus Q is equal to 2, and these two will be cancelled, and this will be Q will be equal to 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So Q value is 1, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now hence this one, for this range from 0 to 360, u is from 0 to 360, and v is from 0 to, also from 0 to 360. Solve the simultaneous equation, and this is these are the equations provided. So from here we know that p is sine u, and v is basically q is equal to cos v. So we can write it as sine u is equal to, sine u is equal to p, which is 1 by 2. So u will be equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2, and sine inverse of 1 by 2 is what? Shift sine of 1 over 2 will be equal to 30 degree. So u is equal to 30 degree. Now we will be checking for the range of values within that one. So what we can do, we can shift or this working over here and to the readable side size. And now what we can do, we can basically draw the coordinate axis for understanding this one. So we can take this as the coordinate axis or quadrant. So ACTS, and this is 30. 30 will be sine 30, so positive will be on this side and on this side. So this will be 30 angle, a little increase, I'll increase a little. So now this one, this is like 30 degree. So we are taking this one as 30 degree and this one as 30 degree. So if we start angle from here, so it will be 30 degree first angle. Second angle will be up to this one, which is 180 minus 30 degree, which is equal to 150 degree. So one angle will be 30 degrees and the second angle will be 150 degree. So we can write u values 30 degree, or this will be 150 degrees. So up to 360, this will be, these will be the two angles which we got. Now for v value, we can write cos v is equal to, cos v is equal to 1, because q is 1, so it will be 1. V will be equal to cos inverse of 1, and if we check, cos inverse is what? Shift cos of 1 will be equal to 0. So this will be 0 angle and 0 degree, so this one we can take it as 0, and the second angle will be what? Second angle will be 360, so 0 and 360 will be the two angles which we can write for this. So angle will be 0 and 360 we can provide over here, and this will be our final answer for 4 marks. And if you want, we can discuss this angle also, like for example this one 0 will be, we will be getting 0 angle will be on this one, and when we take 360 will again be this one, and the range, if you check, 0 is included and 360 is included, so both angles are included. That's why we are taking these two angles. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the next question is functions question, easier one. So f of x, g of x, h of x and g of x are provided, and find f of 2. We have to replace x by 2, so it will be f of 2. We can directly write equal to 2 into 2 minus 1, which will be 4 minus 1 will be 3. So our answer for this one will be 3, which is a 1 mark question. Now the second part says g of f of 2. F of 2 we have calculated, which is 3, so we will take g of 3. We can write g of f of 2 is equal to g of 3, and g of x is this one, so we will replace x by 3 and we will get 9 minus 2 will be 7. So our answer will be 7 for 1 mark. Hopefully you understood this. Now they are saying B part g inverse of x we need to find. G of x is, we can write y is equal to 3x minus 2. Now we have to make x as subject. We will shift 2 first, and this will be y plus 2 is equal to 3x, and 3 we can shift to other side, so x will be equal to y plus 2 over 3, and this one is g inverse of x is equal to, and now we can swap, basically first we can swap x and y, so y is equal to x plus 2 over 3, and this will be g inverse of x is equal to x plus 2 over 3, and our answer will be x plus 2 over 3, and this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for C part, find x when h of x is equal to j of minus 2. So first of all we will find j of minus 2, which is j of x is equal to 5 raised to power x. So 5 raised to the power minus 2, and this will be equal to 1 over 5 squared, which is 1 over 25. Now 1 over 25, h of x will, we can replace by this equation. H of x is equal to 1 over 25, and h of x is 1 over x, so we can write 1 over x is equal to 1 over 25. So x will be, if we take reciprocal of this whole equation, this implies x will be equal to 25, and 25 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now D part, write f of x minus h of x as a single fraction. So f of x minus h of x will be what? We will replace the values. F of x is 2x minus 1, so our equation will be 2x minus 1, and minus h of x is 1 over x, so we can write 1 over x, and this will be as a single fraction, so we can take LCM on of this one, so x, and this will be over 1 we can write, so will be multiplied, so 2x squared minus x minus 1, and this will be the single fraction which we have written, and this will be x, and this is for 2 marks. So you got this. Now E part, and E part says find the value of j of 2. j of 2. J of x is what? If I write here j of x is equal to 5 raised to the power x. Now j of 2 will be equal to 5 square, which is 25. So j of 2 will be equal to j of 25, and we can write this will be 5 raised to power 25. This can be answer, or we can write in 5 raised to the power 25 will be equal to this one. So 2.98 into 10 raised to the power 17, 2.98 into 10 raised to the power 17. This can be given as answer. Now find x when j inverse of x is equal to 4. J inverse of x we have not yet calculated. J inverse of x. So what we can do, we can take, they are saying j inverse of x is equal to 4. So j, no need to calculate, we can use this method is equal to 4, and we can write x will be equal to, we will shift this j inverse to other side, so this will be equal to j of 4, and this will be j of 4 will be what? 5 raised to the 4, and 5 raised to the power 4 will be equal to 625, and 625 will be our answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now this is question number 5, and question number 5 says a part, this is a regular octagon with sides of length 6 centimeter, and each is 6 centimeter. So this is AB is 6 centimeter, and this is also 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter. And what next? They're saying the diagram shows part of the octagon. O is the center of octagon and M is the midpoint of AB. Now we can consider this triangle, this triangle. Now what we have to do, we need to understand, first thing is that diagram is not to scale, and part 1 show that angle OAM is 67.5. So OAM is this angle. Basically, if I erase this, OAM is this angle which is required. So this is the triangle which we are considering. Now in this triangle, we know that AB is equal to 6, so AM will be equal to 3. So this is 3, and we know the angle is angle of octagon. Octagon is having 8 sides, so we can write octagon is having 8 sides. So exterior angle will be what? Exterior angle will be equal to 360 divided by 8, and this will be equal to 360 divided by 8 will be equal to 45. Now what we got this information which we calculated, that exterior angle is 45. So if I show this angle is 45 degree. So interior angle will be this one, and interior angle will be 180 minus 45 degrees, and that will be equal to 180 minus 45 will be 135. So 135 is this complete angle, but we require ABO or OAM. So we can write angle OAM is equal to 135 divided by 2, and 135 divided by 2 will be equal to 67.5. So our angle is, or this angle is 67.5. Now in the shaded triangle which we have shown over here, we can write basically this is what we have already done. This is 67.5, so we can write here angle OAM. Angle OAM is equal to 67.5 degree. This is what for 2 marks we are done with. Now the uh, second is what? Calculate the area. B part is calculate the area of the octagon. Now for area of the octagon, we need to find the area of this triangle which is OAM. So OAM triangle area will be what? We can consider the triangle. If I draw a triangle for your understanding now separately, which triangle we are talking about. So if I draw the triangle, this one, so this angle is 67.5 and this length is 3 and this x we need to find. So now we can find x, so x over, if I change color that will be better, x over 3 will be equal to this, opposite over adjacent will be tan theta, so this will be equal to tan of 67.5. So x will be equal to 3 tan of 67.5 and this will be equal to 3 tan of 67.5 is equal to 7.24 7.2426. So x value 7.2426. We got this one. I'm just writing more numbers so that we will get more accurate answer. Now area will be equal to what? Area will be equal to 1 by 2 into base into height. 1 by 2 into base, which is for the complete triangle AB will be the base, so we will write 6 into height will be 7.2426, and this is for AOB, area of triangle AOB. AOB, which is AOB, yes. Now we will be calculating this, and this will be now area of octagon. Area of octagon will be equal to 8 times, because there will be 8 triangles, so 1 by 2 into 6 we can simplify, this will be 3. We can cancel this and we'll get 3 here, and we'll write 3 into 7.2426, and now we can solve this number is already there, so multiply by 3 and this answer, and then multiply by 8 will be equal to 173.8. so 173.82 something, so we can round it to 174, so 174 centimeters square, and this is a 4 marks question. Now they're saying part 3 is find the area of the circle that passes through the vertices of the octagon. So area of the circle that passes through, that one will be pi r square. R will be this length, we will be taking r. So like for example, we can take cos of 6, this one. So if I write the equation, area will be equal to pi r square, and to find this r, what we will do, we can write pi, and this will be 3 over, if we take this over, this will be adjacent over hypotenuse, so it will be cos theta, so we can write this as 3 over cos of 67.5 degrees, and this will be square, and we can calculate, this will be pi into 3 over, we'll have to take the brackets, so fraction 3 over, this will be cos of 67.5 bracket, this bracket close, then this bracket close, and this will be square, and this is equal to 193. So 193 will be centimeter square, and this is for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for B part says the diagram is not to scale, and the diagram shows a horizontal container for water with a uniform cross section, and the cross section is a semicircle, and this is the semicircle which they are talking about, and this is semicircle with radius 0.5, 0.45. Now the radius of the semicircle is 0.45 and the length of the container is 4 centimeters. This length is 4 centimeters. Now calculate the volume of the container. Volume we know, face area multiply by this length, and which is 4 meters. So we will be multiplying pi r square is area of the circle. So we'll divide it by 2. This will be face area, and this will be multiplied by 4, and this will be equal to what, pi, and radius is 0.45. So 0.45, this will be square divided by 2 into 4. We can cancel this 2 and 4, so this will be 2. Now we can calculate this. It will be pi and multiply by 0.45, and this will be square and multiply by 2, and this is resulting to 1.27. So 1.27 will be our answer for this for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now for the second part, this is diagram is again not to scale. The greatest depth of water in the container is 0.3, which is this one, 0.3. The diagram shows the cross section. Calculate the number of liters of water in the container. Give your answer correct to the nearest integer. So now what we can do, this is the area which we need to find, because this is empty area. So if we find this empty area, this whole empty area, if we find and subtract from facing area, then we will be able to reduce that area, and then volume we can calculate. So how we will find this? We will focus on the half portion, this one, and after finding this area we will double this, and to find this shaded area we will divide this into 2 portions, and that is if we join this with this one, this line, so now we have uh, one triangle and the other one is sector. So this is basically sector and this one is the triangle. So now we will be um, focusing, like for example, from this point to this point is the radius, which is 0.45, which we already know, and this one, this is also radius 0.45. So hypotenuse of the triangle is also 0.45, and this length we can calculate, which is 0.45 minus 0.3, which is 0.15. So 0.15. Now for this triangular area, we have height, and we can consider basically this triangle. If I draw separately over here, so I'm just drawing this triangle, magnified triangle for your understanding, and this side is 0.15, and this is hypotenuse, which is 0.45, and uh, we can find basically this angle we can find, which is basically sine theta. So sine theta will be equal to opposite over, this is theta, so opposite over hypotenuse, sine theta will be equal to 0.15 over 0.45, and we can find theta will be equal to sine inverse of 0.15 over 0.45, and this will be equal to shift sign of fraction 0.15 over 0.45, and this will give us 19.47. So 19.47, yes. So this angle is 19.47, and the opposite angle will also be, this sector angle will also be 19.47. So basically this is the line, and this is, these two are the parallel lines, and this is like this. So we are having this angle as 19.47, so this angle will also be 19.47. Hopefully you understood this. Now after this we can find, we have basically this other side, this side we can find from this point to this point. By Pythagoras theorem also we can apply, and we can find 0.45 square will be equal to 0.15 square and plus x square, and this x we can find, x will be equal to 0.45 square minus 0.15 square, and this will be under root, and if we calculate this it will be square root of 0.45 square and minus 0.15 square, and this will be equal to, I'm taking the same value, 3 under 2 over 10, so square root of 2 over 10, this will be our x value. Now we got this x value also, and now we can find the area of the triangle. So area of triangle will be equal to 1 by 2 into base into height, and if we replace the values, and replacing values will give us base will be this one which we just found, 3 under root 2 over 10, and height will be 0.15, and this will be how much we can write here, this number is already there, so multiply by 0.15 and divided by 2 will be equal to 0.0318, so 0.031819 or 2 we can write this one. So, or we can write next digits, that is 198, so 198. Now after this we can find the sector area, so area of sector will be equal to theta over 360, and theta is the same, this one is the theta, so 19, I explained you why we are taking this theta, so theta over 360 into pi r square, and this is pi, and r is 0.45, so 0.45 squared, and this will be our sector area, so we can find this as 19.47 over, this will be 360, and multiply by pi, and then multiply by 0.45 square, and this is giving us 0.0344, 0.0344. Okay, so this will be our value of this one. Now we can find white portion, this is all this is whole white portion which we can find, which will be what, white area, if I write white area will be equal to what, it will be 2 triangles and two sectors. So 2 into 0.0318198 plus 0.0344, and this will be equal to, and this white portion will be how much? So this will be this number. Okay, I will write here 2 into 0.0318198, and plus this will be 0.0344 bracket close, and this is equal to 0.1324. So 0.1324 4396. I'm writing the calculator numbers so that we'll not be losing something. So shaded portion mean this portion will be how much? This will be shaded area will be equal to, this will be pi r square by 2 and minus this one, pi r is 0.45 square over 2 and minus 0.1324396, and this will be equal to how much? This will be so we can just type here, this will be pi into 0.45 square, and this will be divided by 2 and minus this will be 0.1324396, and this will be equal to 0.1856. So now this will be multiplied by, this will be area. They need correct to the nearest, basically they need in liters. So centimeter cube, this is a meter cube, this area is in basically meter. So this is meter cubes and we need to convert into centimeter cube. So what I will do, I will just reduce this size to the readable one and make space for our working, and this will be, now we will have to convert this, so 0.1856 and multiply by, meter cube will be multiplied by 3 times 100 because each meter will be converted into centimeter cube, and this will be equal to, and we will be multiplying it by 4. Why we are multiplying it by 4? Because this length is 4, so this will be multiplied by 4, and the final answer will be what? Final answer, this one multiply by 100, multiply by 100 and multiply by 100 and multiply by 4 will be equal to 742586. 742586, and they are saying to the nearest integer, correct to the nearest integer. So it will be divided by 1000 for the liters. So 1000, we have converted this as centimeter cube. Now we will divide by 1000, so it will be 742.586, which is rounded to 743. So 743 will be our final answer. This will be in liters, and this was 6 marks. A little tricky question. Now question number 6, and the question number 6 says, this is a graph is provided and they are saying the diagram shows the graph of y is equal to f of x ranging from minus 1.5 to 5 and find f of 2. So f of 2 we need to find. F of 2 will be what? When x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2, if we check For x is equal to 2, y will be equal to, if we check the reference, so y will be equal to minus 3. So we can write here answer as minus 3. Now they're saying solve the equation f of x is equal to 0. So f of x is equal to 0 will be for these 3 points. So we'll check the points. These 3 points are -1. So this is -1, and this point is 1.6. This is 1.6, and this point is 4.1234. So 4.4. So these will be three values which we will be providing over here. One value will be -1, then 1.6 and 4.4. These will be the values. Now for part 3, they are saying f of x is equal to k, has three solutions for this one, where k is an integer. Find the smallest possible value of k, smallest possible value of k, and it's having three solutions. So smallest possible value will be what? Smallest possible integer, basically smallest possible. So k is an integer, so integer value we can take for three solutions. We can draw this line, and this is having three solutions. One will be this one, 2 and 3 solutions. So lower than 8, if we are taking -9, so it will be having only one solution, and lower than that is one solution. So we are taking as -8, y is equal to, or k is equal to -8. So we'll write here -8. This is for 1 mark. Now for fourth part, on the grid draw a line y is equal to mx, so that y f of x is equal to mx has exactly one solution. One solution, is for the values which we can draw. We can draw, like for example, any line which is passing, like for example, intersecting the curve only at one single point. Like for example, if we draw this one, it will be intersecting the curve only at a single point, like this one. So we can see it's not intersecting more than one point. So this is the line which we can show on our grid. And next is what? B part. And B part says y is equal to this one. Find value of, so derivative when x is equal to this. So dy by dx will be equal to 3 into 2, 6x and -12, and dy by dx at x is equal to 5, we need to find, will be equal to 6 into 5. 6 into 5 minus 12, so this will be 30, minus 12 will be equal to 18. So our answer will be 18 for 3 marks. Now for the second part, it says find the coordinates of the point in the graph of this one, where the tangent is 0. So tangent is 0 means what? Dy by dx should be 0. So dy by dx is equal to 0. Find the coordinates of the point on the graph. So dy by dx, we will put dy by dx is equal to 0. So it means 6x. This implies 6x minus 12 is equal to 0. So 6x will be equal to 12. So x will be equal to 2. X value will be 2. And now we can replace x value and find the y value. So it will be y is equal to 3 into 2 square minus 12 into 2 plus 7. And this will be, we can use calculator. So it will be 3 into 2 will be square, and then minus 12 into 2 and plus 7, and this will give us minus 5. So y value will be minus 5. C part says when y is equal to this and derivative they have provided dy by dx is equal to this, and we have to find the value of p and q. Now if we compare this 14, this so if it is 2x raised to the power p, we need 14x raised to the power 6. So it means p should be 7, so that if we have 2x raised to the power 7, then we will be getting derivative of 2x raised to the power 7 will be 14x raised to the power 6. So p will be equal to 7. So p will be equal to 7. Similarly, we can check for the q also. So they are saying uh, q raised to the power, basically 6x is the derivative and q x square. So q will be this will be multiplied by this and resulting to 6, so it will be q will be 3, so q value will be 3. This is how we figured, and this is question number 2, which is two parts question, 2 mark question. Now question number 7. Question number 7 says diagram is not to scale and calculate the angle ACD. ACD is which angle? ACD is this angle which we need to calculate. Now we can consider basically this triangle, and in this triangle we have all three sides, and when we have all three sides we can apply cosine rule. And cosine rule, if we apply cosine rule, so one side square, this is opposite side of this angle we are taking, so 9 square will be equal to one side square, which is 12 square, plus other side square minus 2 into one side into the second side, and cos of angle ACD, and this will be angle ACD will be equal to cos inverse of 9 square minus 12 square minus 14 square, and divided by this will be minus 2 into 12 into 14, and bracket close, and this angle we can find shift cos of fraction 9 square minus 12 square minus 14 square over this will be minus 2 into 12. Wait, we are doing mistake, so 14 square over this will be minus 2 into 12 and into 14, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 39.57, which is approximately equal to 39.6 degrees, and this will be our final answer, 39.6 degrees, and this is 4 marks. Show that BC is equal to 705 kilometer, correct to 2 decimal places. So BC we need to calculate. BC is this length, so we can find, basically we can use sine rule. So we have 14, so we can use 14 and opposite angle, which is this one, these two angles, and plus we can use this angle and this side, which is BC. So we can write BC over sine of 25, BC over sine of 25 will be equal to 14 over sine 123. So 14 over sine of 123. So BC will be equal to 14 sine 25 divided by sine of 123, and this will be a fraction 14 sine of 25 over this will be sine of 123, and this will result to 7.05, and up to 2 dp it will be 7.05. This will be in kilometers. Yes, so it will be in kilometers. Answer will be, this is for 3 marks, which is done. Basically we need to show this, so we have already shown this. Now for C part, and C part says calculate the shortest distance from B to C. Now from B to AC, B to AC shortest distance will be what? B to AC shortest distance will be the straight line perpendicular to this one. If I draw this, so this is 90 degree, this is the shortest distance which we can take, and now we have basically this side 7 point, if I indicate here 7.05, we have this side. And what else? Now we can use BE over, we can take this point as basically E, this one. If I erase the rest, so it will be E point, we can take this one. So BE over BC will be sine of 32 degrees. We are considering now this triangle, so BE over BC will be sine of so we can write here BE over BC will be equal to sine of 32 degrees, and BE will be equal to, BC is 7.05, so 7.05 multiplied by sine of 32 degrees, and this will be 7.05 is already there, so multiply by sine of 32, and this will be resulting to 3.7 38, or we can write 3.74, so 3.74 kilometers. This will be our final answer for 3 marks. And the D part, calculate the length of the straight line BD. Now for BD, straight line BD will be what? BD, if we draw BD, BD will be this one. So this is the BD line which they are looking for. Now we have basically BC, this side we have this side, and what else? Now we can we have this angle also. Basically we found this angle ACD, we found, which is 39.6. This is 39.6, and this is 32, so this total angle we can write it as 39.6 plus 32 will be 39.6 plus 32 will be 71.6, so 71.6 degrees. Now we can consider this BCD triangle, and in BCD we will apply cosine rule. So we can write in triangle BCD, BD will be equal to, BD square will be equal to BC square plus DC square minus 2 into BC into DC. So I'll put brackets and cos of C, and replacing values, this will be BD will be equal to, will take under root, and BC is 7.05 square plus DC is basically 12. DC is 12, which is given, so we can take this one as 12 square minus 2 into 7.05 into 12 into cos of 71.6, which we just discussed, and this will be equal to, we can take square root of 7.05 square and plus 12 square minus 2 into 7.05 and multiply by 12 and cos of 71.6 bracket close, and this is equal to 11.84. So 11.84, this will be kilometers, so we can round it to 11.8, so approximately 11.8 kilometers, and 11.8 kilometers will be final answer for 4 marks. Now we can do this E part. C is due east of A. Find the bearing of D from C. So C is due east of A. Due east of A. C is due east of A. So find the bearing of, so we will draw north, and north we can draw from here. This will be the north, and this north we can take from here, and this angle we know is 71.6. So we can check for the, find the bearing of D, from A. So we will check this angle. This is how much. Basically, the required bearing is from this point to this point. So this angle we will calculate, which is 90 minus 39.6, and this will be equal to 90 minus 39.6 is equal to 50.4. So this angle is 50.4. So otherwise what we can do, we can take this angle which is 270 plus 39.6. So better to take this angle which is 270. This is 270 plus 39.6, and this will be equal to, we can take this one as 270 plus 39.6 is equal to 309.6. So 309.6. So we can write this working over here, which is 270 plus 39.6. So this will be equal to 309.6, and 309.6 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood. This is question number 8, and the question number 8 A part says use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram. So this portion is basically A intersection B, so we'll write A intersection B. This is 1 mark. Now the second part, shade the correct region in each Venn diagram, and this is Q union P complement. So Q will be this one, and union P complement. P complement mean whatever not in P. So that will be outside P. So we will shade this part. This will be the outside portion which we are taking, and this will be the portion which we have shaded. Hopefully you understood this. Now for this one, K union L intersection M complement. So it should be not in M, but it should be intersection common in K union L. So that will be this portion which is not in M, but it is in union of, basically intersection of not in M and union of K union L. So this is the region which we need to draw. For these type of basically Venn diagram shading part, you need to practice a lot. So B part says the diagram shows, they have shown these cards. The diagram shows 11 cards. One of these cards is chosen at random. Write down the probability that the letter on the card is not A. Not A, we will be cancelling A and A. So remaining are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So we can write it as 9 over 11. So total is 11. So 9 by 11 will be the probability for this one. This is 1 mark question. Then second part says a card is chosen at random from these 11 cards and then replaced. So this is important, replace. So again situation will be same. The second card is then chosen at random. Find the probability that exactly one card has the letter N. So how many are N? These are 2N. So for the first card it will be 2 over 11, and for the second card it will be, and this will be exactly one card. So this one is N, so the other one will be not N, which will be 9 by 11, which we have calculated here. Now this will be first option. Second option can be first one is not N, but the second one is N. So this can be the situation, and we can solve this. It will be in bracket 2 over 11 into 9 over 11 and bracket close, plus this will be 9 over 11, 9 over 11 and multiply by 2 over 11 and bracket close, and this will be equal to 36 over 121. 36 over 121, this will be the final answer. For 3 marks we can write at the proper place, and this will be our final answer for 3 marks. Now for C part says the Venn diagram is incomplete. Venn diagram is given. 50 students are asked if they like English and if they like mathematics. M3 says they do not like English and do not like math. So 3 are outside, they don't like, and English and math. So 33 says they like English. So 33 are in this English section, and 42 says they like mathematics. So 42 are in this section, but the total should be 50. So in this one we can see, like for example, if we add 50, 50 is the total, so 50 minus 3 remaining will be 47. So 47 is the total one. So we can say, we can split this, like for example, if this is x and this is like 3 says this one 42, we have to complete, basically target 1 is complete Venn diagram, and for that one we can take like for out of 47, 33 should be these two, and these two should be 44, 42 basically. So if we take 5 here, so remaining will be 28, and 28 plus 5 will be 33, and 28 and 14 will be 42. So this is how we can figure out. So these are the numbers which we can write. Then second part, a student is chosen at random. Find the probability that this student likes English and likes mathematics. So we know that 28 like English and mathematics, so it will be 28 out of total, which is 50, and this will be for 1 mark. And then they are saying two students are chosen at random, find the probability that they both like mathematics. So mathematics, 42 students like mathematics, so we can take first one, we can take 42 out of 50. Now next will be one less, so it will be 41 out of 49 will be the total, and we can calculate this will be 42 over 50 multiply by 41 over 49, and this will be resulting to 123 over 175. 123 over 175. This will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question, but this is the fourth part. Two students who like English are chosen at random. Find the probability that they both also like mathematics. So 28, we know 28 are common in both. So 28 out of 33, and the second will be 27 out of 1 less, which is this one, which we can calculate. This will be 28 over 33 and multiplied by 27 over this will be 32, and this will be equal to 63 over 88. 63 over 88. 63 over 88 will be our final answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now the question number 9a part says diagram is not to scale. The area of rectangle is 29 centimeter greater than the area of the square. So this is square and this is rectangle. So rectangle area is 29 centimeter more than this one. So area of rectangle will be what? Area of rectangle we can find which is this side multiply by this side. So we can write this will be x minus 1 multiply by 2x plus 1 is equal to area of this square will be x into x, which is x square. So x square, but this side is 29 less, so we'll add 29 plus. Now we can write this equation. We formed equation from the wording of the question. The difference between the perimeters of the two shapes is k kilometer. Find the value of k. So perimeter, first we need to find the value of x. Now how we can find? We will be forming the quadratic equation, and this is x minus 1 basically. So multiply x into 2x will be 2x square, and then minus 1 in x into 1 will be plus x, then minus 1 into 2x will be minus 2x, and minus 1 into 1 will be minus 1 is equal to 29 plus x square. We can shift this to other side, so we will get 2x square minus x square, and these two will be simplifying to minus x, and minus 1 minus 29 is equal to 0. So x square x 2x square minus x square will be x square minus x, and minus 30 is equal to 0. This will be the quadratic equation which we will solve, and we can use factorization or whatever quadratic formula whatever you like, but I'm using the calculator. You can use also mode 5 3, but you have to show the complete working. So coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is minus 1, and the constant value is minus 30, and we are getting 6 and 5. So we can write x minus 6. We are having 6 and 5. This is what we got numbers from calculator, 6 and minus 5. So we'll change the sign and use these numbers, so we can write x minus 6 and x plus 5 is equal to 0. We can write intermediate step x into x plus 5, and minus 6 into x plus 5 is equal to 0, and we'll erase this working, which is a rough work. Now we can rewrite x minus 6 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0, and x is equal to 6 and x is equal to minus 5. So length cannot be area, basically x length cannot be negative, so we are rejecting this and we are using this x is equal to 6. Now x is equal to 6, they are saying difference between the perimeters of the two shapes. So perimeter of the two shapes we can calculate. Perimeter of square, if I change color, so perimeter of square will be equal to x plus x plus x plus x, which is basically x value is 6, so it will be 24. So perimeter of square is 24 and perimeter of rectangle will be equal to, if we will see, this side is 6 minus 1 will be 5 and 12 plus 1 will be 13, so this side will be 13. So we can write it as 5 plus 13 plus 5 plus 13, and this will be equal to 10 plus 26 will be 36, so this will be 36. Now we can check the difference will be equal to k will be equal to 36 minus 24, which is equal to 12. So 12 will be the k value, which we can write over here. This will be our final answer for 6 marks, which is done. Now we can move to the B part, and B part says this is the drawing is provided which is not to scale. The volume of the large cube is 5 centimeter cube, greater than the volume of the small cube. Show that we need to show this quadratic equation we will have to form. So by the condition of the question, volume of large, so volume of, we can write here basically volume will be y plus 1 cubed and this will be y cubed. So y plus 1 cube will be equal to 5 centimeter difference, so we will add on this side 5 so that these two can be written equal. Now after equalizing we can open the cube and directly you can write the cube, or you can multiply these and get the product, and I'm writing the direct formula, which is y cube plus 3y square plus 3y and plus 1. So this will be the cube, which if you multiply these three you will get the same this one, and after this what we will be doing, we will write is equal to 5 plus y cubed. Now we can shift these to the other side, so it will be y cubed plus 3y square plus 3y plus 1 minus y cubed is equal to 0. Further we can cancel this plus and minus, and remaining will be what? Remaining will be 3y square plus 3y and minus 4 is equal to 0, which is same as we were supposed to find. So this is done for 4 marks. Now for the second part, says find the volume of the smaller cube, show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Now volume of the smaller one, we need to find the y value, basically y cube will be the volume, so y value we will solve this quadratic equation, and 3y square plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0. Again we will use mode 5 3, and coefficient of y square is 3, coefficient of y is also 3, and constant is minus 4, and this will give us this value, which in decimal we can write 0. They're saying correct to 2 dp, so 0.76. I will write the numbers 0.7583. So we can apply, basically I'll have to show the working also. So what I will do, I will write a is equal to 3, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to minus 4. So y will be equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is the quadratic formula which we are applying, and this will be minus b will be minus 3 plus minus b square means 3 square minus 4a into c over 2a. A is 3, and this will be the value which we got, which is y1 will be equal to 0.7583, which we got over here, and the second value will be negative, which is minus 1.758. Y2 will be equal to 1.758, and this is negative, so we will be rejecting this negative value, and this value we will be taking, but we need to round it, so round it to 2 dp will be 0.75. First we will basically take square, so y cube we can write here, y cube will be equal to 0.7583 cube, and this will be equal to 0.7583 raised to power 3 will be equal to this one, and 0.436, so 0.436, and we can up to 2 dp it will be 0.44, so 0.44 centimeter cube is the final answer for 4 marks. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, also introduce this channel to your respected teachers and recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.